First time I heard of triathlon was when my dad suggested I do triathlon because I grew up swimming, biking, and running. So he said it might be a good sport for me to do, and then I joined UCLA Triathlon Club when I went to college there. Every time I go to any of these races in North America, I always send out a bit like a sore thumb. Sometimes I get stopped, people think I'm a high school kid or something. I'm always the only Asian athlete in all the pro fields. At first it was very daunting, intimidating, felt like I'm not supposed to be here, but just after racing 5-6 years in the pros now, I feel like I do belong and I can compete. Yeah, and it's just like a special privilege just to race against the best guys in the world. I'm a mechanical engineer in the tech industry at Silicon Valley. The days are obviously filled and I have to always plan things out. I always exercise, I do my second session at lunch, and then I come back and I eat while I work. I don't see myself as a role model. So when I was growing up, I was always told that, because I'm not the tallest or the biggest of athletes, and I'm always told, even by my own parents, my parents' friends, sometimes even my aunts and uncles, that I should just stick with what I'm good at, like engineering and all, the academic stuff, and focus on school. And then every time we watch the Olympics, I'm always constantly, repeatedly told that Taiwanese people are just not meant to be good at sports. I just don't like it when people, for no reason, tell me that I can't do something. So all these years, it drove me a lot, whatever that anger or maybe motivation, trying to prove that it is possible. Obviously, I'm not world champion or anything. I haven't won any huge races. I don't think half the people even know who I am or where I came from. But at least I think I have gotten a lot of private messages from fans and people from Taiwan that I kind of show them, just for anybody that really love the sport and willing to put in the work. They don't have to come from a sports background. They don't have to grow up swimming. They don't have to grow up running. If they just work hard and they make best use of their time, they can still do well in school, and you can still do what you love and excel at it. Biggest win of my career is definitely Ironman 7.3 Kenting in Taiwan earlier this year in April. That meant a lot, and also the organizer was able to assemble probably the most competitive field I've ever, sort of domestically, for Taiwan's ever seen. It brought all the best elite triathletes from within Taiwan, because during COVID, we couldn't have sort of international athletes race with us. It meant a lot to race against the 7.3 national record holder for Taiwan, Zhang Tuanjun. Actually, the race itself was one of the most intense experiences I've ever been, just because of the whole COVID situation, the quarantine. It was actually a live broadcast and everybody was watching it. For me, it was the most exciting race I've ever been a part of. And to somehow come out on top, that really meant a lot to me. It's meant a lot for my parents to give me full support, because whenever I was growing up, my dad always told me the story of, it's a very popular thing to ride your bike around the island of Taiwan. And he always wanted to do it once he graduated from college, but for many reasons, like his parents wasn't very supportive at the time, because during that time sports was sort of not, exercising in general, it's a bit frowned upon, and he just needed a couple $100s from his parents, and and his parents just wouldn't give him that chance. And so he always told me that story, and because I know what they went through in their generation, they were sort of told to just work hard, just focus on your job, get a big house, buy a car, and have children and all that stuff, and don't do anything else that kind of waste time. Knowing that, I really cherish the opportunity that they've given me, and I try to make the best of it, and I hope they're proud of what I've done. If I can do it, I'm sure there's some talented kid somewhere in the town in Taiwan somewhere, hopefully, that he hears my story. He won't be discouraged by any of the mainstream noises that I was hearing when I was a child.